the beach has a lot of history though, which I think is interesting, and it would back up even more. This kind of reminds me of the Deion Sanders kind of conversation, but not exactly to the same extent. So history behind the beach is this black couple, bought the beach like it was like 7,000 square feet of land. They bought it in like the 1920s, and what they did was they made a beach exclusive for black people because segregation laws didn't let black people go to the white beaches in Cali in LA. So it was like it has that kind of history to it, all that. Fast forward a couple decades, LA like made them sell the land at a major discount. It was bullshit. They forced them to sell it just like a couple thousands, whatever. So they bought it back for a couple thousand, I believe, and then they sold it back. And now they're millionaires off of that. And then the family explains kind of like, what the legacy means and all that. And, basically like that kind of history, like the way things are now, it wouldn't be able to be preserved like that, they don't think. And like for them, it's just the best move to do that and like just move forward and go on with new shit with that money. So
that's why I said I ain't really rock with it, because like I'm all about like black people owning some land. Like
preserve that legacy. Like what? That's like
they gave away the legacy.
Beach, nigga, what?
yeah, nah, I mean, hey,
That's what I'm saying. They probably didn't have the money to maintain the beach.
yeah, you
That's
got to
the
think
whole
about it though.
reason
Yeah, you
for
got
it.
to think about that, right?
It's not like
Because
it's a
not
house.
like like
It's a beach.
because first of all, they had to buy it back, not get it sold back, right? Like they had to buy it back from the state because they didn't own it. So they bought that shit. So now you're making a down payment on the land. Now you got to invest in that land. You got to do all this shit.
The
Make sure
return is
Get
gonna be way
promoters.
more though.
Yeah, maybe, bro. Man, nah, I'm not saying it's not right, but
that's
it's a
even if
lot.
you get
Where
the
you getting the
funding.
capital from? He's saying like we don't know what their money situation.
That's even
is.
if you get the
Right.
funding
So
to
if you don't
start
have
it.
all the capital, if you don't like, then you got to find investors. That's a lot of work.
It
Now,
is.
is it worth the work? That's a very subjective thing, and like you could easily argue that yes, it is worth the work, right? That could be dope. It sounds like fire what they was doing back in the day, right? But at the end of the day, it does take capital, and like I think it is important. And like I'm glad like Jamil did that because I almost forgot to do that, and I think it's really important to try to put yourself in somebody's shoes and consider all the possibilities
Right.
before going off on different angles like that. So they may not have had think about it. I'm like putting myself in their shoes right now. You got to pay for the land, then you got to pay to keep the beach clean. You got to pay motherfuckers to do that shit because it's not public. If you own it now, it's
That's
private.
like, yeah, that's like
You
$1
know what I'm
million
saying?
a month.
Like, you-
fucking ATV with a rake on the back of that shit. You feel me?
Like yeah, like a con, like yeah.
Cuz do that shit every fucking weekend. Get it, little cuz like
it's a beach.
that's a beach with ATV.
Wait, Tom. We don't know how big the.
It's 7,000 square feet. But I don't know how big that is.
it's
Though. You
7,000
right.
square feet.
That ain't really that big though.
Like 20 mil
Yeah.
for that shit, bro. Honestly, like you got to realize, like, yeah, you want to
20
invest in
mil.
it. Are you gonna make $20 million off of that? If not, then you can measure the
Are you?
social value, right?
Are you though?
They said it matters what it mean, right?
It obviously didn't
I feel like
matter
they
that much to
could.
them.
I mean,
I feel like we ain't gonna know because they ain't take the chance on the investment. That's how I'm looking at it. Like,
You could argue that they could have
you feel me?
invested in
Coney
it,
Island on the
tried,
beach?
failed, and then
Coney
tried to
Island
sell it.
amusement park, that shit on the beach.
Bro, but the capital and startup is way more than
It's a lot.
It's way more than $413,000 a year.
I feel that.
And there's a lot of
You
shit out
can't
there
run
too
it
to
up.
go to.
Events, that's just like niggas got private islands and shit like
I mean,
that.
that's what loans is for, though.
If-
$4,000
That's what loans is
And we don't know how old they are.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I understand
bro.
what y'all
Business
saying, but
loans
they
is
probably
cool.
just
The
don't
loans
give a
are also
fuck.
a risk of going in debt.
We don't know how old they are.
Like you're going into
Yeah,
debt,
but you're making an
essentially.
investment.
You feel
into
me?
a piece
Why
of
would anybody else
land,
care
though.
about
Getting
that?
You
investors.
could do
though.
anything.
Getting
You could
investors.
do anything with some land.
I'm selling it. Like
so how long?
I mean,
how long
it
was
just
it
feel like a
between
typical
them
situation to me.
acquiring the land and then?
Like I feel like whenever
selling it?
black people get something, we sell our shit. Like,
That's a really good question.
call me Todd also.
I'm not sure. Like I saw
said
it was
you call me Todd.
2021.
I was like, what?
I'm not sure if 2021 is when they actually sold the land back, or if that's when it like officially became. I'm bugging out. So yeah, I'm not sure. There's something that happened in 2021. I'm gonna say that, but this is why there's something that we've done before on the lives before, right? Especially with the health and wellness stuff. Encouraging everybody to do their own research. So this is a topic that we're brushing on. Trying to remember stuff off the top of my head. Don't have all the details, but definitely go out there, look at it, and get your own opinion on it for sure.
Man, they made it come up. That's really all you need to
Yeah,
do.
they got it back, but
They made it
I
come
think,
up.
I
That
think
sound
it
like
was
a
like a
typical
year.
story, though,
I
like-
think I think it was like a year in between. I think somebody said that, but I think that was a good year investment.
You're not selling it,
No, bro, because
yeah, I wouldn't sell it either.
niggas own beaches, bro.
Not that many.
but they can own so much more with $20 million.
You
than a beach.
I just feel like we don't never own shit, bro. We
Nah, I
always
feel
sell
that.
out. We always sell. Somebody's gonna make some more than 20 million off that, bro. I
capital.
guarantee you.
I mean,
they're gonna
they
make
was
more than
supposed to
20
make more
million
than
off that.
20 million off that. They said that the only way they said that the highest they could sell it back to the government for was 20 million.
And the
No,
government
that was
gonna
part
make
of the
bread off
government's.
that,
That
bro.
was part of
They
the
gonna get
government's
them- they
deal
gonna
with
get that
them.
money,
Like,
bro.
if you buy this property and you want to sell it back, the most you can sell it to us for is 20 million.
Hey man,
That's what they was coming.
Nah, I don't care what nobody say. It's America. Everybody get a turn, but you got to pay to play, bro. They got 20 mil.
They gotta do something with that 20 mil.
Yeah, nah, I agree
They
with
gotta
that.
do something with that 20
Definitely.
mil.
They got 20
Definitely.
mil. You got to pay
A
to play.
beach.
I think land is more
Who
significant
knows?
than money.
They could
I
buy
think so,
land with
too.
that though. They
Because
could buy
you
land with
could
that.
create
can't they?
anything else in this world. Water, rocks, feel me? Fake trees, anything, bro. You can't create more land. That's not happening.
Right.
That ain't happening.
So how y'all feel?
Okay, I got you.
You want to own that fucking beach, yo. You want to own that.
That was me.
Cuz that like driving bikes is getting on the ATV and
Cleaning the
put a
beach.
rake on that bitch.
It's not a backyard size beach, yo. It's not a backyard size beach.
Yeah, how big is 7,000 square feet?
Square feet. It's not beach terms. It's not.
Look, just say a couple cuzos then. You feel me? Like, a few cuzos then.
ATV, take a ride up the street. Like what? You could ride that bitch all day. Ride your dirt bikes up and down this bitch with a rake on that.
They gonna be fucking the sand up.
That's how they
Their
clean
bikes with a
beaches.
rake.
That's how they clean
I
beaches.
wouldn't know. I ain't gonna lie.
Cause how else niggas clean beaches?
Yeah, man, I know they got them little shits in the morning that roll over the shit.
But you gotta maintain the beach.
Yes, and that costs money.
Yes. On top of what you're trying to put on the beach.
Like they got like these like vehicles that they use like in the morning that'll like go over and like clean out the sand and shit like that and like mow out the sand and even it out and shit. Like, you know, when you see the lines on the sand, that's from the machines that they be using. But yeah, I mean, you got to clean the shit, and then if you gonna have a bunch of motherfuckers there, like, you know, niggas not trying to be sober at the beach, like, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta
Like,
be safe. You gotta see where the rocks
like,
at.
you gotta have
in the
events and
water.
stuff. Like, bro, if you want to make that kind of like, if you want to say no to 20 mil, you got to be like, I got to make as much money out of this property as possible. And it's like, that means you have to have events. Like, you have to have like a club. Like, you have to do something that makes that beach
Oh, you can
popping
put a
off.
beach
make people
house
wanna
there.
go there.
Airbnb that bitch out. Put a beach house there.
You have to make it mad luxury.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's not helping you with that beach. Yeah.
I'm taking the 20 mil.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
then, like,
putting in
who's gonna
something
do it
else
for it
that
if
I'm,
it's
I'm an
luxury?
expert in. I'm not an expert in beaches. They don't know what shit about.
Fucking beaches can you buy?
You know what to do with the beach right now? You know what to do with the beach right now, bro? You know what to do with the beach right
I know
now?
what to do.
Yeah, right now. You know what to do with the beach right
Beach
now.
house on it, like.
Your
I'll
own
probably
beach
take out a
house.
loan, build a beach house on it. Like,
And then
Airbnb
what?
that shit
I
out.
don't know. It sounds like it's gonna take a while to get to 20
Airbnb
mil off
that shit out,
Airbnb.
make it a top
20 mil?
shit.
I feel there'd be a lot more Airbnb.
That's what I do.
millionaires.
Like,
Hey, yo, look.
make it a
No,
top shit. That shit
yo,
money off.
yo, real talk,
consistently
real
coming
talk,
in
though.
all the time.
Real talk.
1,000 a night.
No, quitting while you ahead ain't the same as quitting, yo. I'm getting that 20 mil and just leaving. I'm out of it.
Yeah.
I don't need nothing to do with that property.
It's like if there was like if they parents and grandparents like kept it the whole time and they was like keeping that in the generational wealth like thing type shit. Like, I understand you gotta keep that
Bro, they
shit.
didn't
You
even
gotta
grow
keep
up.
that
Did
shit.
they
They
grow?
got forced to
They
sell
didn't
it.
grow up in that shit.
Did they
bro.
just grow up with the
Yeah,
beach?
They ain't grow up in that
Situation
shit.
To me where it's like, yo, we always selling our shit for the
Yeah.
dollar, bro, and then niggas make it,
I
then they
feel
get that
that.
shit, and they make more money off that shit than we.
Fuck
It
it.
seems like that's always the case. Like,
Yeah, that's why they went.
So it's like, all right, I'm gonna tax you extra to even buy it. You feel me? Because I don't even want it back. They want it back. Why? Because they gonna run that fucking.
exactly, they want that shit back for a reason.
But will we make the same amount of money that they would?
Yeah, no, that's not the issue. The issue is,
Come on, black man.
yeah.
I'm asking.
Nah, the issue is you don't have
Yeah, you
enough
could.
money to do what they're about to do on that beach,
That's
so you
what I'm
can't
saying.
compare.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You talking about
though.
their current funding? I feel
Yeah,
you
I'm
on
talking
that.
about current
That's
funding.
what
I
I'm
feel you,
saying.
but that's why I said I was
Capital
gonna take out a
compared to the
loan.
state.
I would have just took out a loan and waited for the return to
loan?
come back. Yeah,
That's just
to do whatever I want to do
I
there.
was telling
Nah,
you
I'm
that.
not
I'd
even
rather go
saying
for
that, bro.
investors than
I
go
think
for
it's
loan.
it's a lot more money than we think it is to build something like an entertainment thing on the beach. I think it's way more expensive than a lot of us is
Probably
thinking right
than
now.
what we know, right?
How much funding do you think it?
I don't even know how much funding you would get. How would you sell that?
I'm just asking, how much funding do you think, like, just say a startup studio needs?
I would say it got to be it's north of 100K, about 100K, with all the right equipment. I'm right. How much it costs?
Like 20. Like 20.
20. And you know what's liver about it? It's the fact it's like, all right, people
He did
say
say startup
either
studio.
have a
Gotta
huge
start up
capital
studio.
overhead,
Yeah, it's not
or
beach.
Gotta be crazy.
have investors.
How
My
much?
thing is, I didn't have either one. You feel me? That bitch make it happen. So that's the same thing. That's why I had a view that I had at the beach. It's like, yo, what? I'm gonna make something happen. You feel me? What?
I
Come on, bro.
I
I mean,
respect
you're an
that.
entrepreneur, brother.
All right,
I
You're
respect
an
that.
entrepreneur, brother.
Nigga, but 20 mil in my
These people
face.
could be 9 to 5 workers
feel that, though,
that
bro.
just found out that their
I'm not
grandparents
arguing
got
that,
some
but I feel
shit.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that shit.
Like-
either. Don't get me wrong. I don't disagree with taking the 20 mil. Like,
Yeah.
I feel me. Like,
I
I would
feel the
definitely.
frustration.
This is a decision I had to sleep on.
Yeah.
You feel me? A good night.
But it's-
sleep.
they didn't
Definitely
grow
how
up
think
with
about
this.
it was.
I'm exercising all my
Yo,
shit.
we've been on this
before-
beach. We've been on the
Black
beach.
owned right now is like a golden ticket.
You think so?
Like black owned beach.
I think it's a buzzword. I don't think it's what
A
you're
golden
saying right
ticket.
now.
It's
I don't
not.
think it's a
Yeah,
golden
'cause the
ticket
beach
right
is gonna
now.
be a beach. Like that's why I was saying you got to promote it. You got to have a club there. You got to something that's gonna generate money and
Then you,
people, and that's
right.
difficult to do.
You gotta run the
gotta
stuff
be
that's on the
creative.
beach.
Best thing I came up with was the beach house.
When he shot up the shit in Vegas, you feel me? That was a black owned club. It was the only black owned club in Vegas. You feel me?
Mhm.
Having that title in Vegas, being the only black owned club in Vegas.
I see what
means
you're
something,
saying. I
you
see
feel
what
me?
you're saying.
Because now that the black people that come here, you feel me?
They gotta tap in.
Yeah.
Gotta tap in because it's a strip club. Vegas.
Everybody don't
And it's
think like
something
that.
we actually own. That's rare, right?
Niggas-
Yeah, I feel that.
I wish people thought like that.
Hey yo,
That's what we're
that's
striving
I'm with you,
towards.
gang.
that's wishful thinking, but everybody don't think like that.
That's what we trying to
I'm
get
with.
to.
Yeah,
They don't give a fuck.
That's what we on though. That's what we on here.
Yes, sir.
You feel me?
But I'm with that 20 mil too, though. Feel me? But we're gonna move on. But I'm with that 20 mil too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand that too. Like,
Because 20 million is a lot.
Yeah, that's changing shit.
It's a lot of money, bro.
Changing.
word, fuck the beach. I can do whatever I want to with that down.
Anything is available to you when you got 20 mil. Fuck credit. You don't need credit no more.
Dead ass.
They just looking at that 20 million bank account. He could cover it. He good. He got 20 of them things.
I'm really laughing because I know how niggas come here, yo. I really know how y'all come.
You know what I'm saying? 20 mil, you could change. That's yo, bro. That's generous. Imagine living off. Say you don't use the money at all. Yeah,
And generations.
Generations.
If you do it right.
if you do it right.